Naples Daily News. This is not a contest, it's an opportunity for Ken Wilkinson, the incumbent of 28 years, to showcase what he has done in the public interest during that time of public service. Angry about the size of your tax bill? Without Wilkinson's achievements, that tax bill would likely be higher. His main claim to fame is the authorship of Save Our Home 1992, Florida Constitutional Amendment that caps annual increase in taxable property values on homesteads 3% across the board, whichever is lower. He champions portability for some of those provisions, which Florida voters embrace overwhelmingly. He is so esteemed statewide that he was tapped to serve on the Florida Tax and Budget Reform Commission. That's a big deal. Cape Coral, The Breeze. Ken Wilkinson, okay, that much okay. Cape Coral Breeze, he's earned it, handily, another term in office. Our own news press. There's no question that Ken Wilkinson knows the ins and outs of his work. This one I'm very proud of. I just got it August 5th. Dear Ken, this email shall serve as endorsement for your re-election this year. I have long admired your efforts to bring about good, efficient, and limited government to the people of Lee County and the state of Florida. I wish you great success in your efforts to continue to serve. Respectfully, Jeb Bush.
Thanks, thank you.
Our candidates for Sheriff: Christian Meister, Mike Scott, Rod Show.
Good evening, I am Mike Scott, and I'm happy to see you throughout I'm a third-generation native of Lee County. My wife, Krista, is with me tonight of 22 years. We're raising 2 teenage daughters here. And so when I say to any group, whether it's one person or 1,000, I'm concerned about public safety in Lee County. It's not political rhetoric. I realize I'm an elected official, but it's not political rhetoric. It's a father who has daughters driving on these roads, daughters attending these schools, a person, again, that has grown up in this community. And so I'm very proud to present myself for another 4 years in office. You know, 4 years ago, the voters in this county issued a mandate, nothing short of a full-blown landslide mandate for change in leadership at your sheriff's office. And I believe that I've delivered that change. I'm asking you to join others in this community who have already endorsed my candidacy, the professional firefighters, paramedics, and EMTs of Southwest Florida that are working on these streets 24/7 with us. The FOP and the PBA, representing hundreds of thousands of officers throughout the state of Florida, the Latino Officers Association, the Fort Myers News Press, Naples Daily News, Cape Coral Breeze, the Southwest Florida American Postal Workers Union, large groups of people with families and concerns in Lee County that recognize the fact that we have mounted an unprecedented attack on drugs in this county. Lehigh Acres, East Lee County, you've never seen the type of intensity and aggressive focus on drugs as you've seen with Mike Scott as your sheriff. The grow houses chiefly, but a number of other different accomplishments that I could share with you. With 30 seconds left, I'm asking you very simply to ask yourself this question. In most elections, the challenger has never held a seat. In this campaign, it's different. My opponent has already had a chance to disprove himself for 4 years. I work hard every day, I'm focused, and I'm proud to represent this uniform to the very high standard it deserves. Thank you for being here.
I'm also told that well, I'm Austrian, but I'm not as big as Mr. Schwarzenegger. But I'm actually about 3.5 inches taller than him. So I take a little bit of pride in this difference here. What you want to know is about my capacities as a leader for law enforcement organization, and then I'll tell you what changes we need to make. First of all, I'm a Florida State certified officer through the training of law enforcement. I know what law enforcement is about, ladies and gentlemen, but I have qualifications that the other candidates do not have. I have actually dealt with police liability law. I have experience in constitutional law. We're talking about civil rights and constitutional law. And I've managed litigation in the United States District Court right here in Fort Myers, Florida. My second qualification is that the other candidates do not have is that I'm a United States military person in the past, obviously. And I'm a veteran of the United States military. I have protected the national security interests on the federal level, ladies and gentlemen. And I was responsible for the operational safety of the ship. If I can work at the federal level, then I can certainly do a good job at the local level of security. Ladies and gentlemen, the people who live in the unincorporated areas deserve the same security protections than all the people in the incorporated areas. Okay? Also, should we focus on giving traffic tickets for minor traffic offenses? Or should we arrest the people who commit the real crimes, ladies and gentlemen?
Good evening. Thank you for having us out here tonight. I'm Rod Shope. I'm a former Lee County Sheriff. I have 27 years of pure law enforcement, administration, and management experience, 26 at the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Let me give you some ideas of why I'm running. It's crime, it's budget, it's response times. I don't think there's anyone here who would doubt that crime's an issue. We see it every day on our paper. In the last 7 days, we've seen it from the police being concerned about the numbers of gun thefts. We just saw it yesterday with a house broken into and $80,000 worth of things missing and the house ransacked. Every day in your paper and on your morning, noon, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock news, it's just filled with crime, crime, crime. So I want you to think about this. In the 4 years I was your sheriff, felony crimes went up by 137. During Mike's 4 years, actually only 3 years, 2,991 felonies more. 137 or 2,991, which would you rather have? It's pretty significant. During his 3 years, or during my 3 years, my budget went up 30 million. During his 3, 51 million. There's a $21 million difference there. What did we get for that? And of course, our response times. His response times are so bad that he didn't even keep the priority 2 response times. And his calls to 911 take longer. In fact, I just seen documented 911 response time of 58 minutes. You know, if you dial 911 and you have to wait 58 minutes for a cop, you have an issue there. I don't think we have to decide that. So those are things we have to worry about. As for grow houses, they hit grow houses. I think that's wonderful. But if you're so concerned about grow houses, why would you give up a federal clean grant? Why would you do that? That makes no sense to me at all. So if you're, now we're paying for that same thing out of ad valorem taxes. Those are the kinds of things that a professional police planner won't do. So I want to give this opportunity to run again, and if I can help you, I want to do that. I would appreciate your vote on August 26th, and thank you again for turning out. What a great turnout this is, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much.
We have 4 candidates for public defender, 20th Judicial Circuit Court for Lee, Charlotte, Collier, Glades, and Henry County. Those candidates are Brian Boyle, David Brenner, Rex Darrow, and Kathy Smith.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Alva, for having us out tonight. I am Kathy Smith, and I am your public defender for the 20th Judicial Circuit. I have had the opportunity to meet a lot of you out on the campaign trail for the last few months, but for those of you who have not had the chance to meet me, I grew up here in Fort Myers, and I graduated from Cypress Lake High School. My husband, Mark, works right down the road at Yoder Brothers. Sorry, I have a little frog in my throat here. And many of you probably met my mom coming in today. She's in the back handing out my literature. So please pick up some of that and read about me. I graduated from the University of Florida, law school and undergrad, and I'm currently at Florida Gulf Coast University to get my master's degree in public administration. Many people have asked me over the years, why do you want to be a public defender? And I think that I have the best qualifications to have this job. What I have done basically is spent my entire legal career, which is 18 years, preparing for this job. And I have the courtroom experience. I've spent 18 years in the courtroom trying cases. I have also supervised and got the management experience that I need to run an office the size of the Public Defender's Office. I've supervised the Traffic and Misdemeanor Division, the Juvenile Division, the Felony Division, and Drug Court and Mental Health Court. Drug Court and Mental Health Court are very special to me, and I'm looking as Public Defender to expand those into all of the 5 counties. I know it's difficult to get to know us in the time that we have to speak to you here today, but I would like you to understand that our campaign has been endorsed by the Fort Myers News Press, also by the firefighters and paramedics, also by the Greater Naples Better Government, and most importantly, I went through a vetting process with with Governor Chris, and thank you for your support.
Good evening. My name is Rex Darrow, and I'm also running for Public Defender. I'm going to take a little bit different tack than some of the other candidates because I was not born right in the street, and I live down in Naples now. Let me give you a little bit about my background because I'd like you, while most of you probably don't know me, I'd like you to consider me as a candidate for this particular office. I am, however, a native Floridian. I was born in Coral Gables, Florida, grew up in Miami. I attended Florida State University for undergraduate studies where I double majored in political science and criminology. I graduated cum laude from there. I then attended the University of Miami School of Law. Graduated cum laude from there. It was there that I first did an internship with the Public Defender's Office over in Miami-Dade County and fell in love with criminal law, if you will. Since that time, since I graduated from law school, I moved over to Naples. I worked for the Public Defender's Office in Naples. I was felony supervisor there. I also worked in Miami for a year. After being public defender, I went back to Miami after 2 years and worked for a civil firm over there where I represented clients such as Ford Motor Company, the state of Florida, very high-level clients. Unfortunately for them, Southwest Florida had me hooked. I had to come back. I also missed doing criminal law. Since that time, I've been working with the same law firm. Currently a partner of Sasson, Miller, Fayette, and Darrow. We handle cases throughout the 20th Judicial Circuit, however, primarily Collier County. I'm former president of the Collier County Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. I have had extensive trial experience. I've also done extensive appellate work, briefing cases successfully in the 2nd DCA and the Supreme Court of Florida. I'd like you to consider me. My website is www.rexdarrow.com. You can see my wife and my daughter on there with me. And I'd like you to consider me when you cast your vote for Public Defender. Thank you.
We have 2 school board races this year. District 2 school board race, the candidates are Jeannie Dozier and James Middlebrooks Jr.
I also would like to thank Alva for hosting this. Thank you very much, and thank all of you for coming out this evening. I am Jeannie Dozier, and I'm currently the school board chairman of Lee County. Many of you have worked on my campaign. You have supported me in the past, and I thank you for that. 8 years ago, when I ran for office, I told everyone that open communication would be something that I would continue to do as long as I was on the board. 479-5281 is a telephone number that is dedicated to answering school board related calls. I opened that line at that time. It's still there today. You will hear my voice on it if I'm not there, and if I am there, you will hear my voice answer, and I will deal with your situation or your concern that you have. I'm very proud to say that I have been endorsed by the Fort Myers Realty Association, the News Press, the Teachers Association of Lee County, the Support People of Lee County, the Cape Coral Daily Breeze, the Naples Daily Breeze, and the Republican Executive Committee. I'm very proud of all these endorsements, and I think it speaks for the leadership that I have exhibited during the last 8 years. Before I was elected to the school board, there was always not a focus on education. We now are clearly focused, and that focus, the leadership team that we have in place, is focused on student achievement. If you have not heard Jim Browder talk about the main thing is the main thing because the main thing is student achievement. And let me tell you how it's student achievement. In 1999, the year before I was elected to the school board, only 14 schools received a grade of A or B by the state. This past year, 87% or 74 of our schools received an A or B. That is a tremendous jump. Ladies and gentlemen, I see that I've got 30 seconds left. As long as I continue to stay on the board, I'm going to work for you. My opponent's going to tell you in a minute if he wants to go back to neighborhood schools. The difference in being an incumbent and a person that's running for office is the reality. And he has talked about his dream. I share his dream of neighborhood schools. He has yet to put in or give anyone a plan of putting that in place. I would ask that he do that. Please vote for Jeannie Dozier on August 26th. Thank you.
Hello, Alva. My name is James Middlebrooks. I'm a candidate for District 2, Lee County School Board. I will tell you exactly what should be done tonight. I know I only have 2 minutes to do this. I'm a native Floridian. I've been in Fort Myers for 41 years. I've been married for 41 years. I have 2 adult children. They are in education. I have 5 grandchildren. I have taught every level of the school system. I've been an elementary 5th grade teacher. I've been a middle schooler / junior high school. I've been with the high school. I've been a high school 12th grade counselor, an assistant principal, and principal. I have done the job up to this point. I'd like to continue to do the job. Yes, I will encourage you for community schools. We are no longer under that problem that we've had in the past. We should do community schools or neighborhood schools. We are spending X amount of dollars every year. I can save you $1.5 million every year because of neighborhood schools. That brings pride in this community. I will tell you also that this school system have generated 87%, yes, but it's taken us 8 years to do that. I say, let's do it quicker than that. Let's make all schools equal. Let's make this county the very best school that we should have in this state. Thank you.